Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. Beginning with the previous question of the last segment, consider the following statements. Epilepsy is one of the most common neurological disorder and affects children from age of 0 to 5 years. There is no cure for it. International Epilepsy Day is observed every year on 15th February. We have to select the correct statement. Only the second statement is correct. Option B will be the correct answer. Every year, the second Monday of February is observed as International Epilepsy Day, and this year it was celebrated on 14th of February. The day spreads awareness and educates people about the true facts of epilepsy and the urgent need for improved treatment, better care, and greater investment in research. Epilepsy is a central nervous system disorder in which brain activity becomes abnormal, causing seizures or periods of unusual behavior, sensations, and sometimes loss of awareness. This disease affects people of all age. Anyone can develop epilepsy, but it's more common in young children and older adults. It occurs slightly more in males than in females. There is no cure for it, but the disorder can be managed with medications and other strategies. Which of the following are initiatives related to marine pollution? Marpol Convention, the London Convention, Greenpeace. We have to select the correct answer. All three are related to marine pollution. Option D is the correct answer. The Government of India, in partnership with the Government of Australia and the Government of Singapore, conducted an international workshop on combating marine pollution. The focus of the workshop was on marine plastic debris. Marine pollution is also known as ocean pollution. It is the spreading of harmful substances such as oil, plastic, industrial and agricultural waste, and chemical particles into the ocean. Marpol Convention covers pollution of the marine environment by ships from operational or accidental causes, and it lists various forms of marine pollution caused by oil, noxious liquid substances, harmful substances in packaged form, sewage, and garbage from ships. The London Convention has the objective to promote the effective control of all sources of marine pollution and to take all practicable steps to prevent pollution of the sea by dumping of waste and other matters. Greenpeace is an environmental NGO that is dedicated to conserving the oceans and marine life across the globe. Its grassroots efforts have resulted in the ban of destructive fishing practices, companies changing their fishing policies, and the creation of whale sanctuaries. Consider the following statements regarding initial public offering. It is the selling of securities to the public in the stock market. Under this, securities are issued directly to the public, as we have to select the not correct statement. Option C is the correct answer. If we talk about IPO, it is the selling of securities to the public in the primary market. Primary market deals with the new securities being issued for the first time ever. It is also known as the new issues market. Well, it is quite different from the secondary market where existing securities are bought and sold. It is also known as the stock market or stock exchange. It is when an unlisted company makes either a fresh issue of security or an offer for sale of its existing securities, or both for the first time to the public. It is generally used by new and medium-sized firms that are looking for funds to grow and expand their business. Under this method, securities are not issued directly to the public, but are offered for sale through intermediaries, like issuing houses or stockbrokers. In the case, a company sells securities and block at an agreed price to the brokers who, in turn, resell them to the investing public. Consider the following statements. Law and order and public order are concepts with the same objectives and legal standards, and according to the list 2nd of the 7th schedule of the Constitution, the power to legislate on aspects of public order rests with the state. We have to select the correct statement. So, only the second statement, option B, will be correct. In a recent hearing of Karnataka High Court, the judges heard an argument on whether the state can justify the ban on the ground that it violates public order. Public order is one of the 3 grounds on which the state can restrict freedom of religion. Public order is also one of the grounds to restrict free speech and other fundamental rights, and the court held that the two concepts of law and public order have different objectives and legal standards, and law and order consists of the analysis made by the police of the situation in an area and their commitment to firm action and penalties under criminal law. Public order is a duty imposed on the district magistrate to assess whether it is necessary to rush to the spot where law and order has been breached to prevent violence, spreading and ease tensions. According to list 2nd of the 7th schedule of the Constitution, the powers to legislate on aspects of public order rest with the state. Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding the SVAMITVA scheme? Ministry of Panchayati Raj is the nodal ministry for the scheme, and it aims to provide an integrated property validation solution for rural India. So we have to select the correct one. Both are correct. Option C is the correct answer. India plans to prepare digital maps of its more than 6 lakh villages, and Pan-India 3D maps will be prepared for 100 cities. SVAMITVA stands for the Survey of Villages and Mapping with Improvised Technology in Villages. It was launched nationally on the occasion of National Panchayati Raj Day on 24th April 2021, which aims to provide an integrated property validation solution for rural India. Ministry of Panchayati Raj is the nodal ministry for the scheme. Consider the following statements regarding Darknet. The Darknet is a part of the deep web. Anything present on the dark web will not be pulled up in the internet searches. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. Option C is the correct answer. The Narcotics Control Bureau is seeking ideas to stop drug deals on the Darknet. The first layer is public, consisting of sites that one uses frequently, such as Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, and LinkedIn. This layer makes up only the 4% of the entire internet. The second layer is the deep web, which is a network where data is stored in an accessible database. It is used to provide access to specific groups of people. The data is generally sensitive and private, so kept out of reach. The third layer is the Darknet, which is also known as the part of deep web. It is a network built over the internet, which is encrypted. It is basically a layer of the internet accessible only by using special software like TOR or I2P. Anything present on the dark web will not be put up in the internet searches, thereby offering a high degree of anonymity. Union Cabinet approves setting up of G20 Secretariat. With respect to G20, consider the following statements. The G20 members represent more than 90% of the world GDP. Currently, Italy, Indonesia, and India are the Troika countries. We have to select the correct statement. Only the second is correct. Option B will be the correct answer. India will hold the presidency of the G20 from the 1st of December this year to 30th November 2023, culminating with the G20 summit in India in 2023, and the presidency of the G20 rotates every year among its members. The country that holds the presidency works together with its predecessor and successor, known as Troika. It is to ensure the continuity of the agenda. Currently, Italy, Indonesia, and India are the Troika countries. The G20 has no permanent secretariat, and today the G20 members represent more than 80% of the world's GDP. G20 consists of 75% of international trade, whereas 60% of the world's population. Consider the following statements with respect to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. It is the second largest organization after the United Nations, and the first OIC Charter was adopted in 1972. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. Option C is the correct answer. India rejected the Organization of Islamic Cooperation's criticism of alleged harassment of Muslims in the country. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation is the second largest organization after the United Nations, with membership of 57 states spread over 4 continents. The organization is the collective voice of the Muslim world, and the organization was established upon a decision of the historical summit which took place in Rabat, Kingdom of Morocco, on 12th Rajab 1389 Hijrah. It was following the criminal arson of Al-Aqsa Mosque occupied Jerusalem, and the first OIC Charter was adopted by the third ICFM session held in 1972. With respect to the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, consider the following statements. It was launched in the year 2016. The mission addresses urban housing shortage among EWS-LIG only. Affordable rental housing complexes for migrant laborers is a sub-scheme under the mission. So we have to select the not correct statement. The first and the second are not correct. So D is the correct answer. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs recently approved project proposals for over 60,000 houses across 5 states. This is a flagship mission of Government of India, which is being implemented by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It was launched on 25th June 2015. It addresses urban housing shortage among the EWS-LIG and middle income group categories as well. It is also including the slum dwellers by ensuring a Pakka house to all the eligible urban households by the year 2022. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has initiated Affordable Rental Housing Complex, which is a sub-scheme under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. This will provide ease of living to urban migrants, poor in the industrial sector, as well as non-formal urban economy. Moving on. The World Sustainable Development Summit is conducted by TERI. It is based on which of the following themes? The correct answer is option A, towards a resilient planet, ensuring a sustainable and equitable future. The Prime Minister has delivered the inaugural address at the Energy and Resources Institute's World Sustainable Development Summit. The summit is TERI's annual flagship event, and the theme for this year is Towards a Resilient Planet, ensuring a sustainable and equitable future. It discussed a wide range of issues, including climate change, sustainable production, energy transition, global commons, and resource security. With respect to Guru Ravidas, consider the following statements. He was the spiritual guide of Mirabai. He wrote 40 poems in the Adi Granth, which is the sacred scripture of Sikhism. So we have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. Option C is the correct answer. February 16th, 2022. Wednesday is marking the celebration of Guru Ravidas Jayanti all across the nation. And this year, it would be the 645th birth anniversary of Ravidas. Guru Ravidas was born on Magh Purnima, which is why his birth anniversary is celebrated as per the Hindu calendar on Magha Purnima. He was born in 1377 Christ era at Madwadi in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, India. He was an Indian mystic, poet, social reformer, and also a spiritual guru. He also wrote 40 poems in the Adi Granth, which is the sacred scripture of Sikhism. He was also the spiritual guide of Mirabai. Let's move on to the practice question. Consider the following statements. The 74th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992 gave constitutional recognition to Panchayati Raj institution, and 18 years is the minimum age for contesting elections to the panchayats. We have to select the correct statement. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.